everyone, it's a whole new week and I have new cards for you, and I have all kinds of announcements because October 1st is coming up, the end of this week, and my Kickstarter will go live and my annual Halloween movie countdown will begin. So the link to follow the Kickstarter is right below this video. Please go follow the Practical Tarot Kickstarter. The cards are going to be gorgeous and the book is going to be amazing so that you can learn to read tarot without having to memorize a bunch of things. And also my Practical Tarot video classes are all complete and ready, so you can also get lifetime access to those at half price right now for spooky sale. So that link is down below too. All right, so my primary guide Morgan drew our cards for us. Let's see what we got. I am using my cute little Halloween tarot deck that I got in Savannah. And let's see. First up, the Five of Bats. So in this deck, bats is the element of air. It's like swords. So it represents our thoughts, real in our head, maybe not so much out in the world. And the 7 is when we start to get a little bit paranoid that, you know, people are taking things from us or we might lose things or whatever. And when this card comes up, often it's a nudge from spirit that might be in your head and not actually out in the world. It's air. Sometimes it can be literal though, so take a look at the people around you and just be sure. You can see that he's clutching the bags and he feels blindfolded, that he can't see what's coming, but you can see nobody's even looking at his bags, right? No one's coming to take it. So next up, the Five of Ghosts. So ghosts in this deck represents the element of water. Cups, you can see they're by water here. And this is the card of grief and mourning of something that you've lost. So this week, I really feel like these two might be working together. So be sure that you are not grieving over something that you really haven't lost, right? That you're afraid someone is going to take, but maybe that's not completely correct. Also, when you are grieving something that's lost, it's always helpful to see what else is still there and count those blessings, and it kind of lifts that blue feeling. All right. Oh, and the Death card. So the Death card, remember, is not a mortal death. It's actually a good card. It's all about closing a chapter so that you can open a new one, a new beginning, right? I love on this one how there is literal death, the skeleton, and it's watering these happy pumpkins who are growing. I also love that there's like a moth, which would be like a butterfly if it wasn't a Halloween deck. So transformation, right? So you can see the flowers are smiling. Also, they're purple, which represents the divine. So it's time this week to finish things up, close a chapter so that you can open a brand new one. It's a good sign. Also, I'm getting a nudge that this could also have to do with these two cards, right? So if you find yourself wrapped up in this cycle of not feeling good about a situation, like someone's taking things from you and you're grieving what you may or may not have lost, it could all be happening because it's time to cut ties with that. It's time to close up that chapter and move on to your new beginning. All right. And then I had Morgan draw one card from my Halloween Oracle, yay! Because technically October 1st is Saturday, right? So that's in this week. So Halloween Oracle, here we go. We got the owl, which is all about wise seeing and wisdom. It says wise action also, which really comes back to that air card, right? It's our thoughts. So this week, before you make a quick reaction to whatever might be churning in your head, remember these cards and remember to take a breath and take wise action. Maybe consult with friends. So often we live in our head and that psychs us up and we don't verbalize it so that we can get other people's input. So to wrap up, the Five of Bats or air. So anyway, watch this week for thoughts maybe that are just a little bit paranoia or maybe some anxiety that someone's going to take something from you or you could lose something. Watch out for that. And don't get sucked into mourning that it's gone, because once your emotions get involved with those thoughts, it gets really hard to function, right? I can feel my anxiety rising. And then the death cards. So this week it's time to wrap up those loose ends so that you can have that brand new beginning, right? And finally, be sure that you are making wise actions, right? So think things through before you take action. Don't do any, knee-jerk reactions this week. Give it some thought. All right. So I already told you Kickstarter starts October 1st for Practical Tarot. Please go follow it. I have all kinds of amazing rewards for backers of the deck. And when you see those cards, these cards will speak to you. They're very full of imagery to get your intuition going. So I'm so excited. And let's see. Also, Spooky Sale is happening for metaphysical mentoring, so I can help you hit your goals by the end of the year. And also, I would love to support you. So my clients are doing amazing things. So feel free to click that link and find out more and save 50%. Also, Practical Tarot is up and ready, so feel free to click that and 50% off and lifetime access for that. Also, I turned in Captain's Curse this week, woohoo, to the publisher, and I have already started on Wolf's Woman, which is book 2 of the Salem pack. And if you follow my Patreon, you'll get sneak peeks from that as I write it. And also, my patrons voted for Legend of Love to be the short story for September. So later this week, that will be up. So if you are a fan of the Muse Chronicles, join my Patreon. And you'll unlock, I think, 24 free short stories that are only on Patreon. So give that a whirl. I think that's all my announcements. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I'm sending you many blessings. Let me know in the comments about your new beginnings. And don't forget to like and follow or subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.